Hello guys, so I wanted to thank you all for the support you've given me on the past couple videos. So I had a couple people add me on Steam and ask for some trading advice, and I love helping them out. So I got a few questions from them, most of them including just facts about unusuals, just what to buy, what to look for when buying, and how much to sell for, and just general facts about unusuals. So I'm going to go to backpack.tf, and you need to use this website while you're trading. It shows prices, statistics, what people are buying and selling for. It shows everything. So to check out how much unusuals are worth on average, go to pricing, browse by item, and this shows the average price of all the unusuals. So I am going to go to a bloke's bucket hat. So I'm going to search it here, click it, and I used to have a scorching one, so I'm just going to find that by clicking it. And this brought up the statistics page. So right here it says it's priced at 40 to 41 keys as of 3 months ago. And price is pretty recent, so it's pretty nice. And here is how many are in existence. So as of 2016 there was 25. Right now though there's 23, so the reason for that is probably because the hats are in private inventories. So down here is the paint distribution, not very interesting. Here's the level distribution, also not very interesting. Here's the classifieds. So this is what you want to look at when you're buying an unusual, because it shows what people are selling them for and what they're buying them for. Now the most important thing is what people are selling the hat for, and also the actual price of it. So if you scroll down even further, it shows the price suggestions. So if I click here, it shows the full suggestion, and this hat in particular has sold for 40 pure and 41 keys pure. So that's a good sign for a hat, because if it sells for pure often, then it's generally easy to sell for pure or nice overpay. So this guy's trying to sell his for 10 keys above backpack price. Now some people might think that's a bit much, and it may be. He might not get that many. So buy orders, these people are quick buyers. Now quick buyers buy unusuals at a discount of around 20 keys, at around 20% to 35% off. Now the percentage depends on the hat. So this hat is a low tier hat with a high tier effect. And how I know that is because scorching is a high tier effect and it's under 50 keys. So if I click hover over the hat, click unusual, this just brings back the unusual page of it. So burning is a high tier effect, and if I search browse by effect in the pricing, it's actually the most expensive effect on average besides Nebula, and that's why I look to this effect when I'm figuring out if a hat's high tier or low tier. So this is a low tier hat because burning is basically 50 keys. It's very cheap considering that there's burning hats for thousands of keys. So low tier hats are basically 50 keys and under. Mid tier hats are 50 keys to 150 keys. High tier hats are 150 to 350. And god tiers are basically 350 and above. Now that's not written anywhere, that's what I personally think. So that's why I look for low tier hats with high tier effects, because they sell well. The Scorching Bloke sells for pure a lot. That's why I got it for one. So the reason why this guy's selling it for 50 keys is, so first off, I'm just going to check the percentage that these people want at a discount. So quick buyers, like I said, usually want about 30%. So I'm going to search a percentage calculator. The hat is worth 40.5 keys, and the quick buyers are offering 36 keys. And that's only 11%. And that's pretty low discount for quick buyers. Usually quick buyers need, for a high tier hat high tier effect like this, like a hat with this much demand, they usually need maybe 20% off. It depends on the hat. So how I know this has high demand is there's a lot of people willing to buy it at about the same price. So why this guy's selling it for 50 keys or trying to, is because then that would give the bots a 30% discount. So if he sells it for 50 keys, then if the bots are still buying for 36 keys, that's technically a 30% discount that the bots are offering. But since it's a low tier hat with a high tier effect, it has more demand. So this guy might, so if a bot buys this hat for 36 keys, they might try to sell it for 45, because that's 20% off that they bought it for. That also gets me to the next point, is how much to buy and sell the hat for. So what I go by is buy low, sell high, and that all depends on the hat, of course. So by buying low, for me, if you have pure keys, then I'd buy close to the bot's price, or close to the highest quick buyer. So the highest quick buyer here is 36 keys. So if you can get this hat for 37 or 38 keys, I'd consider that a pretty darn good deal, because this hat has very high demand and you bought it for close to the bot's price. So it'd be very easy to sell it for profit, or if you don't sell it, let's say you don't have time for trading and you just want to sell it quickly, you can easily get the same amount back. So as another example, I'm gonna search up, let's see, bombing run. I used to have a scorching bombing run before the scorching blokes. I traded that for 38 keys, so this is another low tier hat with a high tier effect. It's a first generation effect. So this hat also has high demand, with bots paying, or just people paying a lot for it. Nice name. So 38 keys to 32 keys, they need only a 15% discount. So still, this hat has very good demand, and I think you can sell this hat for probably 40 to 45 keys if you own it. So if you buy this hat for, you could buy this hat for 33. You just want to buy a hat for a bit above the bots, and if it's above 20 keys, if the hat's above 20 keys, then offer a key or two above the bot's price. And not everyone would want that. Not everyone's willing to quick sell their hat, so you won't always get this deal, but if you do, then I'd consider that a good deal, since it's very close to a bot and you can sell it for close to full price. Depending on the hat, you could sell it for easy profit. So if I go to items again, go to a different thing, which where's Handyman's Handle? Sure. So if I go to a lower tier effect like Stormy Storm, and so here's one thing to take into account to check if an unusual is overpriced or not. So effects like Blizzardy Storm, Stormy Storm, those are usually very close in price. Terawatt and Kilowatt are also close in price. Purple Confetti, Green Confetti are close in price. Purple Energy, Green Energy should be close in price. Just all the effects that are similar should be close in price. So that's how you could tell if an unusual is overpriced, is if the balance is way off. So let's see, if I see a Stormy Storm Handyman's Handle, this is a very low tier hat. So this Stormy Storm Handyman's Handle has buy orders at 8.29 keys. To figure out how much 8.29 keys is, go to the search and type in convert 0.29 key, and that'll tell you how much ref it is. You could do this for other things like convert 300 ref. It'll tell you how many keys, convert how many keys into dollars, etc, etc. So this hat, if let's say you buy this man's for 10 keys and 10 ref, there's another seller at 11 keys. Okay, so if you try to sell yours for 11 keys, you might be sitting on it for a while because there's competition. So if there's competition and you're impatient, then I'd try to buy it at a price where you're allowed to undercut them. So if you buy it for 9 keys, and let's say you buy this dude's for 9 keys, let's say he sells it to you for 9 keys, and then you sell yours for 10 keys. You're undercutting this dude still, and you'll still make profit. So that's one thing to do if you're impatient and you still just want profit, is just to undercut. So a better example is for an air dog. So if I take a Miami Nights, so there's quick buyers at 16 keys. Let's say you buy it for 17 keys. That's a very good deal. And there's sellers at 23 keys. If you're impatient and just want profit, then you can undercut them and sell it for 20 keys. And then you'll sell yours a lot quicker. If you want the maximum amount of profit and you're willing to wait until selling it for a while, then you could price yours at 23 keys as well. And you might just be sitting on the hat for a while. So yeah, that's the idea of buying low and selling high, is to buy it close to what other people are buying it for, like buy it at a good discount, probably 30% off, quick buy it, and then sell it for what other people are selling it for, or maybe even undercut them if you can still make profit. And yeah, that's basically it. So just to clarify some stuff, I did mention this a little bit about overpriced hats. So I'm going to take a blast defense, because I know one of the effects here is overpriced in my opinion. So like I said, there's effects that should be very close in price to each other, like smoking and steaming, etc. And terawatt is 23 keys, but kilowatt is 16.5. That's basically a 7 key difference. And that is a bit of a problem if you buy one of these, because let's say you buy terawatt, terawatt usually should be the same price as kilowatt, or a bit more, a bit less, depending on the hat. So having a 6-7 key difference here is pretty drastic, and I'd just avoid this if you could. Purple energy and green energy, they're very similar. Usually purple energy is a bit more. So yeah, there's just some effects that go together, and if they're not together, then I'd avoid it. Like Disco Beatdown should be more expensive than Miami Nights all the time. Isn't the case in some hats, but that's why the quick buyers are offering less on the Miami Nights than the Disco Beatdown, because even though the Miami Nights is priced higher, it won't sell as easily because Disco Beatdown's a better effect to most people. So yeah, that's the general idea of overpriced or inflated hats. Okay guys, so hopefully some of the things there made some sense, because I know some things didn't make any sense at all. But anyways, I wanted to thank you for watching. My name's Apok, and I'll see you in the next video.